Hello everyone. Okay, if you haven't seen the other two videos for this week, or last week, was it? Forget how I put these out. Yeah, everything's good here in Oklahoma. We had a strong storm with some damaging winds, but luckily no tornadoes in this area. Other places not so lucky, but we're doing all right. Anyway, so I've pulled, this is my Kawaii Pip deck, and so I pulled 4 cards. I picked 2 cards as like, what's the issue, basically. So you got the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles, and then your 6 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles are kind of like your solution, or they kind of tell the other half of things. So 4 cards, please take what resonates and leave the rest. And then I pulled the Secret Language of Color cards. I've got 2 of those oracles here for you, just as advice. All right. So first up, we have the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. Notice there's 2 4s here. I think that's important. This speaks to stability, and I read mine upright most of the time. So I'm going to say that even if it's upright, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean necessarily what it means when it's upright. Like, I'm reading it as you're depleted. 4 is kind of like stability, so I'm feeling like you're not very stable. And I don't mean like you're an unstable person. I just mean, for those of you watching, I feel like there's some instability here, like you're off balance. I mean, 4 is supposed to be it's an even number, but, and you've got 2 of them. That tells me that you're just kind of off balance. And the 4 of Swords speaks of rest. It speaks of taking a break. You are depleted because you need to take a break. You need to rest. You need to not give so much of yourself, which is, 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles, it's telling you, like, you need to take a break and rest, but it's 4 of Pentacles is telling you to hang on. So you don't have to, let's see. I get distracted here, sorry. I'm trying to see what this says. I had it a minute ago, and then I distracted myself. But you need to take a rest, but it's saying don't give up. But the 4 of Pentacles is not, some people think it's like a greedy card, but it's not. Because I sometimes I get caught up in these superficial meanings too. Because in the typical Rider-Waite-Smith, it's showing a guy like hoarding his coins. But the truth is, it's not always about that. It's not about being greedy. It's about, sometimes you need to take time for yourself. There is nothing greedy or selfish about you taking self-care. There's nothing greedy or selfish about you needing to take this rest for yourself. And the reason I say that, because you got the 6 of Pentacles, and that tells me, usually that represents an equal give and take. But in this case, you're needing the rest, and you need to hang on and, like, don't give up. And but you're giving too much of yourself right now. I hope this resonates with you too, because those of you who see, you're giving way too much of yourself. It's great to be kind, to be generous, loving, giving, but sometimes we do it for people that don't deserve it, or we do it for a boss that doesn't deserve it. I mean, we're giving too much of ourselves, and we're not getting enough time for ourselves. We're not getting enough back in return. I mean, to get it, it's like work-life balance, and give and take between partners, things like that. If only one person's doing it all, then they're going to start growing tired and restless, resentful. And that can go for anybody who's giving too much of themselves. And it's like you kind of get to where you need a break. Otherwise, you kind of start to get angry. You're going to get crabby. The Queen of Pentacles is interesting. The Queen of Pentacles has it together. So I feel like what it's saying the solution is that you're giving too much of yourself, but you want the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, because this is somebody who has it together. This is somebody who's organized and control. She runs her household or her work. She runs a tight ship. That's what I want to put. I like to use certain sayings sometimes. But it's usually, she restricts things. She restricts herself. She's not going to allow herself to give too much of herself, but she is going to be organized. She's going to be neat. She's going to be clean. She's going to make sure that things run smoothly and that the schedule is perfect. And sometimes the Pentacles over there can be a bit of a perfectionist, the king and queen. But the queen is also loving and nurturing, and she loves her household. And she'll sit on her throne, and she will run her castle the way she wants. And this is what you need to do, because if you feel like people are taking from you and they're not giving back, then it's time to put your foot down. This is where boundaries come in, guys. Four of Swords. So with that being said, yes, time for you to take a break. You rest. You take a day off. You take a vacation. You do whatever you need to do. Don't give up if you're feeling like things are off, not being handled well. There's a reason that's a Four of Swords. Not only do you rest, but you need to speak up about it too. This is where hey, I'm overworked and underpaid and I'm extremely tired. I'm getting to the point of exhaustion and I can't do this anymore. It's like, you know what? You guys are going to have to learn to do things on your own. I can't help you with everything. It's okay. There are times when you need to be selfish, and I don't think it's greedy and selfish. I just think it's self-care, honestly. And too many people expect you to bend over backwards for them when they're not doing anything for you in return. So it's okay to let go of that. Don't feel guilty about it. And you speak up and say, hey, if this is work or whoever, like I need a vacation. I need to go, sleep in a cabin for a few days. You want to go somewhere where you can just recharge. And I really love the idea of nature. You don't have to go camping if you don't want to. I mean, it's a great way to reset your circadian rhythm. But I think somewhere where you can get back in touch with nature, where you can just listen to the sounds of it and the sounds of the elements, water or fire, the breeze blowing through the wind, through the trees, and getting the chance, the earth, you get to ground yourself to the earth and you get to feel the bark on the wood and just things like that it kind of just brings you back to where you need to be. I mean, we are elemental. We are made up of elements ourselves. So speak up, take that rest, but don't give up if you're feeling like it's one-sided, because if you speak up and tell people what you need and say, okay, when I get back, we're restructuring this thing. Be the Queen of Pentacles, demand that you get equal give and take. You're like, I'm going to give you this, but I need something in return because I'm giving too much and I'm not getting enough back. I'm not getting enough respect or enough help or enough whatever it is. So do what you need to do. Be that Queen of Pentacles energy. Assert yourself. And then, if you want to make changes, like, okay, this is what you can do to help me. And like, bam, bam, bam. There you go. Let's redo. We're going to restructure. Okay, you guys are going to work on this. I can't help you with this, so I'm going to delegate out. So delegate if you need to delegate. But I'm definitely getting the message that you need to take a rest, a vacation. Because this is going to make you sick if you don't. Because when you overwork yourself, eventually, I feel like the universe makes you sick because it's like, nope, we're going to force you to rest because you're doing too much. And if any of you are being workaholics, you better stop. It's good to work. If you're a hard worker, I'm proud of you. That's great. There's a lot of hardworking people out there, but you have to have rest. Rest is not for the wicked, okay? Idle hands are not the devil's workshop thing. Sometimes there's nothing. They have vilified the idea of rest and relaxation. When the truth is, that's a way that we can rest. We need that time to actually catch up on sleep. Time to spend with our loved ones, friends, family, or significant other. Time that we can do our own hobbies and special projects on our own. Whatever it is you want to do, go do it. Stop vilifying it. Simply put, there is nothing wrong with getting rest. Work-life balance is key. So try to focus on that. I hope you guys get the rest that you need. Here's your oracle cards. You got Burgundy, Awaken Your Passion. I love it. It's so funny. Maybe you need a glass of wine. I love it. When you take that vacation or staycation or whatever you want it to be, treat yourself. Enjoy your favorite foods. Like, if you don't want to cook, go out to dinner. Go out to dinner, have that glass of wine, allow yourself to be uninhibited, allow your body to relax, get that massage, sit in a hot tub somewhere, relax in a pool during the day, go somewhere where you can sit on the beach and have a Mai Tai or something. I don't know. I'm thinking vacation so much right now, but that would be great. Awakening your passion. It's funny how you need to rest and sleep, but you got to awaken. You're awakening yourself. that passion. You're reawakening who you are inside, and reawakening your passion will help you it'll help keep you from burning out. You don't want to burn out at your job or burn out in your relationship. So these times are necessary for the rest. So that's what I mean by that. And number 10 can go back to the Wheel of Fortune. And so there might be chance and fate, or however you want. In this case, I feel like if you're doing whatever you're destined to do, you have got to take breaks at certain times. Vacations are a necessity. Otherwise, you'll be dealing with sickness, or you're not going to be at your top game. And if you're really that much of a workaholic and hardworking, you want to be at your best. You want to be like constantly on top of things. And you'll start to slip if you get too tired, if you don't give yourself breaks when you need to. So take that weekend getaway or whatever you want to do. It doesn't even have to be that long. As long as you rest, relax, and recharge. That's it. And your other card, Silver. I love it. Silver, be persistent. Yeah, be persistent with if you want things to change. If you're giving too much of yourself, obviously that's got to change. So speak up and be persistent. Like, I need a vacation. I'm going on vacation. When I get back, we're going to restructure this. We've got to change things because I'm giving too much of my time and energy and it's wearing me out. I need to be able to do what I need to do without added responsibilities that belong to other people, or I need to be able to focus on me a little bit. Self-care is very important. And it's not just for your body, but it's your body, your mind, your soul, your spirituality. I mean, it's important in so many ways. So be persistent. 27, that reduces to 3. No, just kidding. I don't know why I was thinking 3. It's funny how I think of 3. 3 might be important to you. I don't know if 3 is important, if it's a birthday or an anniversary. 3 is the Empress, so maybe you're an Empress and you're embodying that energy, which is pretty close. Like the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress do have that loving, nurturing energy in common. And they usually have great ideas, and they can restructure. They can organize things. 7, 8, 9. So 27 reduces to 9. 9 is the Hermit. So thinking about that, yeah, that's going within. That's you self-reflecting and just kind of seeing what needs to change within you. That way that you don't burn out and that you don't exhaust yourself physically or mentally. So pay attention to that. Be persistent in making the changes you need so that you are more balanced, because you need those 2 4s. You need that balance. Okay, I hope this was helpful, guys. Until next time.